Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Season 6, Episode 2 of Inside the Walls podcast. I am your host, Jim Relay, and alongside a familiar foe returning for his second season on the Inside the Walls podcast, my buddy from West Virginia, Jeff Limiter. How you doing, Jeff?
Good, buddy. Happy to be back. Excited. Off season. A little excitement though. I like it. I like it. I like it.
It's off season. What do you expect? The outdoor games in full swing. We know that for sure. Got excitement to talk about that later in the future episodes, not this one, but of course, as you know, the new setup for the show there, ladies and gentlemen, league oriented. Talk about the league. We're gonna have Commissioner Brandon Ikard on, talk about what's going on in the National Arena League, previewing some stuff that are up in what you can say is in the horizon. But besides from that, off season, we're not going away. We'll be here every single week. So to the fans out there, send your comments, send everything. We may have time to answer some questions at the end. Like we're human too. But hey, the off season's the off season. We have new teams, but we'll get that in future episodes. But we have the commissioner himself in the green room doing multi things right now. But no further ado, here's the commissioner of the National Arena League, Brandon Ikard. Commish,
Good, good evening, guys. It seems like it's been forever.
I know. I feel
forever.
that.
You guys all both wearing black. You couldn't have worn something more colorful to make people excited. Jeez.
No, because if I wear what I want to wear, it'll be going down to a different type of subject, and I may offend a lot of people from the state of Alabama. But I won't wear those colors right now. So,
Understood, guys.
Commish, off season. You know the drama that is the off season, speculation that's an off season. This is your first official off season as the commissioner. How's it going so far for you?
Different, man. I mean, it's great. Obviously, have some great business partners that I work for as the commissioner, and getting everything set up. So it's been a real exciting ride. A lot of the things we talked about last year, near the middle to the end of the year, we were kind of able to take this off season, start implementing some of those things, working on all the different areas that everybody says that need to be worked on, and planning ahead for the future to make sure things are going to be done in a professional manner. I mean, I remember back the first show we did, I said, hey, it's about the visibility and the viability of the league. And that's still what it's about, and what we're working towards right now.
Oh yeah, and when we first came on the show, you were like, I don't want to be the face of the operation, but since you said that, you've been on the show multiple times since then. Just FYI.
I've been everywhere, man, but that's okay. Like I said, if it's going to help this league grow and do the things that these guys deserve as owners and the fans that watch all the time deserve, I'm there for it. That's what it's all about. It's not about one little thing. It's about the big picture.
Big picture indeed, and well, we can say that right to the gate. There's nothing bigger than a city that never sleeps. That is Vegas. The owners' meetings happened just a couple weeks ago in Vegas. Lucky you went to Vegas. Hopefully, you didn't gamble a lot away. Because if I had to go to Vegas, that'd probably be me wasting money on things I know I can't win. But hey, it's Vegas. How productive was that meeting there in Vegas?
Vegas was really productive. I mean, there's a lot of things that have come out. Obviously, some have been released. Some of the new, I don't know if it's really initiatives, but things we're trying to do. I mean, we brought out, which I'll say the media one we did. We released that early, obviously, with having the media contacts so that you guys in the podcast world, other media sources all over the nation are able to get information. I mean, we have media contacts all the way in Canada wanting information, which I found unique. But that way, they've got the media releases, building the brand, showing people. I don't know how many leagues have that, but we want everybody to know what's
Mhm.
going on. Back in the day, it was Our Sports Central, I think, was the big one that everybody tried to send all their stuff to. So they're getting it too. Don't worry, they asked for the request as well. But just getting all that information out. So that was really productive. We went back and changed a couple things just optically. I mean, you're looking, I know you saw the post. Some of these things we've already posted about, so I'm sure fans have already seen it, but went back to something that's reminiscent of the old Deuce, not the old Deuce at all. That was a design with another company. So we came back as a group, and yep, that's the one right there with a little look to it, something that's different. Part of the deal is everybody wanted something to make the NAL unique. And there are a lot of footballs that Goat Sports makes for other leagues and other organizations, and it's a standard football. And the NAL wanted something that was theirs, and that's something they came up with. The design still had the availability. We work with a company to be able to give it two colors for the teams or however they want to customize it. So it's still customizable to the league, which doesn't change anything from what they were able to do, the
Mhm.
last couple of years. but it just gives it that standout look. So that was kind of something that was nice, obviously. And then, there's some other things we're going to go over here probably later that we'll talk about that came out of the meetings. One thing that is really great that's come out of the meetings and the league itself. So the biggest thing is we did, and it's not a big secret, we didn't have the largest front office as a league over the last couple of years, and we're slowly starting to grow. So, there's a couple, I like to call it, I think I told you this, and Jeff, you're going to love this. It's the new faces, and some are the same places, different faces, whatever that old phrase they say when it comes to like college coaching and all that stuff. But I'm going to blow you away, Jeff. I'm going to tell you the first little new addition we've got here is we've actually brought on a head of digital media, which is kind of cool. I mean, wouldn't you think so, Jeff? It's kind of a cool position, right?
Yeah.
I mean, and I don't know if you know this or not, but Jim has been brought on to the front office as the head of digital media.
Nice.
Yeah,
Surprise.
Listen, that's one of the things you didn't know about. So
yeah,
so that was a new addition for us to kind of start growing that out slowly. The reason we went that route is we're actually looking when it goes to growing the league. There's a lot of things that go on behind the scenes that there's more than you need one or two people for. And I learned over this last year, I'm not Superman, even though sometimes I like to think I am, and I can't do everything. So we were able to finally build that out. The owners helped me out a lot. And they said, hey, what do you need? What do we need to do this right, to do this the right way? So part of that was obviously bringing Jim in. Now, obviously, many people know, if they've been around the league for a while, that Steven was director of media and broadcasting. Well, Steven has now taken a promotion within the front office. So Steven's moved up, and he's basically the special assistant to the commissioner. Basically, he is the right-hand man to me, does a lot of the work, helps me make sure everything stays on task, a lot of the planning, a lot of the forecasting of what we're going to do, where we're going, all the contacts I can't necessarily make or things like that during a day. Steven's there now to do that, and also helping with the growth and kind of things of that nature. We have a couple other positions that we're going to be bringing on. I don't have the names on those. Let me rephrase that. I don't have the freedom to mention the names on those yet. As you guys have slowly learned, we're good about making sure we have our ducks in a row before we make an announcement. But we do have someone that's coming on that'll be a part of the front office that's in charge of basically growth and expansion, which will be expansion teams, markets, and things of that nature. So that will be something that's coming on that I'm really excited about. And then we're actually going to be bringing on someone who's going to be acting like a director of football operations, someone that's going to be able to handle the standard side. I know that was some of the things that people complained about. We're not oblivious to complaints, guys. We know it. We see it. So we're going to be bringing someone on that's going to be helping in that facet as well. So, and that doesn't end there. There are other positions that we are looking to fill, obviously, that we daily want to check and see what can make the league better. But those are just the starting points, is building out that front office that kind of helps us give back the product that we need, so that it's not one person trying to run around and do everything, and we can truly help the fans see what they need.
Well, you last offseason even told me and Jeff and many people behind the scenes, like, your goal for the league is to put more of a foundation so it can have more sustainability. With when more people come in, you can actually build. People don't realize it was me and you and Steve all like posting stuff right out of the bat with the social media stuff. It was just, people didn't realize how hard that was at times, and the communications like, hey, let's go. Of course,
Yeah.
well, Jeff knows about the media situation, but a lot of people don't understand out there in the league. This guy right here works his behind off. And I'm talking about the commissioner. Every time I go on Facebook, I see him in different cities. I'm like, dang, the guy travels more than me, and it's embarrassing. Like, I'm stuck in this one city here in Florida. But you had that mission to get more people in the front office, to get more communication league wide, and get more social media interaction, more social media posts. We've seen teams have pumped out social media. That was your goal last year. Is gotta be more active. You can't go 6 months without making a post. You have to be more active in the social media world, and that was because of you. You kind of forced your hands, like, you need to do this, this, and this, and teams followed. So that was last year, and now we're here. Trust me, social media is gonna be popping. You gotta be active social media no matter what. But again, thank you for having me have the opportunity to be part of the league. I think this is if it's my 6th season in the show, I've been only with 6 years. Holy crap. It's been a while, so hey, well, 2026 is here. Season kicks off pretty soon. And I know before Jeff gets in, and we've heard the chatter on social media, I see it all the time. You promised a schedule on September 1st. What's the update with that?
Oh, the schedule's ready. We've got to finalize a couple things with dates with arenas just to get that taken care of. We have everything set there. So we're just waiting. We're looking at probably having a true release date of probably around the middle of September, just because you have to verify. So people that don't know outside, they think that it's, hey, I want to see, back then, I want to see Amarillo, who's new, travel to Sioux City. That's where I want to see that big game. Well, we have to make sure that Sioux City's dates and Amarillo's dates and the schedule match up. We're not like an NFL where we own our stadiums and we tell you when we're going to play and you can schedule around us. So we've got all the dates in. We've got everything approved with the board. So now it's just a matter of going back to verify every single one of those with the arenas and then verifying that we're good on those. And we feel very confident that that will be put out probably middle of the month at the latest. That's our goal. It's done, so there's not a worry about that. I know everybody's like, well, you're just pushing it back. No, it's good. We're done. So championship game, if anybody's already making plans, I know you guys like to take your weekends off early, put in for vacation, don't know where you're going to be yet, but championship weekend will be June 20th. So go ahead and take your vacation time. We don't know where we're going to be, somewhere, obviously here for some of the teams, but that's going to be our championship weekend. So we do know that. And then we've got something planned. I know you guys, like I said, Jim, you want an exact date, right? So we've got something planned that we came up with that's going to be unique to our rollout. So we just have a different kind of rollout we're going to roll with. It's going to be a little different so that people can kind of see things. We want to showcase rivalries. We want to showcase things of that nature to let you guys know what that's going to be. But I'm not going to get into details on how we're rolling them out just because it'll be, different for the world we're in, we believe. It's, again, shock and awe, difference. That's what we've got to do. Eyes.
It's almost like a trending thing because even like the NFL did something different in their schedule this year compared to last year. They didn't do this like, here's the schedule. No, they actually did something. They created something that I think that gets more interaction with the fans as well. And it's just you tease them with these games and all. And of course, up in there in Sioux City and Omaha, they're just worried about their 2 dates. It's like when do we play Omaha? When do we play Sioux City? And they don't care about the rest of the schedule.
Well, I mean, think
But
about it now. You've got the Pueblo, Colorado, and Denver, Colorado. Now, I mean, Denver's where the Spartans play. I mean, that's a 2-hour trek, man. That's another one. I mean, they're right there as well. I mean, you same thing with Dallas looking to Shreveport. So it's one of those where you've got these teams that are going to be closer that you can actually start seeing some of these, indoor rivalries come back.
back in the heyday. But yeah, but of course, I'm just mentioning how Omaha and Sioux City. There's this any for our favorite college teams. We like when do we play this team, and it's always there. They don't care about the rest of the conference schedule. They care about who we play this, and that's it. They don't care about the other games. But the meeting you went to Vegas, did all the operation. You brought in 3 organizations over the last couple. You made a lot. You've been traveling like crazy. You've been to Amarillo. You've been to Dallas, or not Dallas. You've been to Pueblo. 3 new organization. What was the process with that? How did that come in final fruition? Was that all done at the Vegas meeting?
Say it one more time. You broke up for 1 second.
Oh, technology. Go figure. The 3 expansion teams, was that all finalized in Vegas before we pushed them out to announce the teams?
So no, remember Amarillo was actually finalized. They had their announcement back into June, some of that time, and then Pueblo was before Vegas as well. So those were pushed out before. Then Dallas was finalized, and then they kind of just did their release after the Vegas thing. So they went through the process. So Dallas was yes, I will say yes with Dallas, and that was kind of just a strategic. Doc is a great man down there, and they've got a great backing and a new ownership group down there. So they're really in charge of that. And meeting them, he's like, "Hey, can we do this?" I was like, "Absolutely, man. I mean, we love everything you're doing. We're working with you, so let's get this taken care of." And he also is going to have his press conference. Obviously, the big deal. It was in the press release, and Doc will tell you this if you talk to him. If I talk to him, it's Dallas. They do it big, so he wanted to go ahead and get everything out there so they could plan their big press conference to do everything locally. So that'll be a date coming later later this month.
What's the deal with Texas and size? Like we know Texas is big. I'm just saying. Ricky, that is fake news. I'm just going to say I'm not going to post that to the people in the comment section. You can go look at
100% fake news. But
that's
we'll get
fake.
into that later on.
Jeff, what is he talking about? Wide right? Is that what he said?
Ouch.
Wide right.
Ouch. Easy. Easy now.
Oh, okay. So wrong subject. Go ahead, Jim.
Whatever. Everyone, this is another college football show because I can go on a little rant about that
yeah,
down in Dade County.
At least we don't have to watch our last national championship on a VHS. Anyway, continue.
Anyway, now we're going to be sidetracked here, but there's also another announcement. We were trying to figure out if we want to go to the commercial break and do this, but no. One thing I know
Just
about
rip the Band-Aid off.
yeah, knowing how we do things here, especially on this show, the announcement, Commissioner, what is coming to the fans now?
I mean, if you want to go ahead and bring it up, I'll let you do the honors of saying what it is because I know you know.
Well, I know because let me click on the link.
Listen, guys, this is a fun show too because Jeff's finding out the same time you are. So
Here, hold on, Jim. Let's not put it up because I want to see Jeff's face when he hears this. Okay. So, for the first time in NAL history, and I don't know if this has been done across any other league in the indoor world, maybe AF1 back in the day. I don't know because honestly, I didn't pay attention back then to this kind of stuff. The NAL has come out with their very own NAL shop. It is a league-wide platform just like that you would see for the NFL. It showcases every team in our league equally, gives you a chance to find all your merchandise in one location. If you want to shop all the teams, we're going to have things on there. If you want to, I said, now, Jim, if you want to bring it up, since we've seen Jeff's confused face, like, oh my God. So,
no, that's awesome.
So what it's going to basically do is
the link active? That's my question.
Yeah, everything's active. Yep, you're good. You should be able to go straight to it.
Okay, well, let me go to find it again.
It's literally, if anybody's trying to look right now, it is nalshop.com. We're very complicated in this world. We want to keep it very simple. And if he brings it up, kind of can talk about it a little more, give you guys kind of an example of what we've brought out with it, what we're trying to do, how everything's trying to be done as far as that.
What's up? There it goes. It was buffering. Yeah, there we go. You don't see it? I see technology. I swear, I bless it.
No,
there.
Brian, it is just regular nalshop.com. No precursors, no anything.
Boom. Here we go. And still don't see it. There we go.
Woo!
It's buffering. It's coming. So
It should be
all right. So here's what you're looking at. So obviously we'll have different things that come out. Obviously that's our October breast cancer awareness. Things are going back. We're giving money back to Susan G. Coleman for that, or Komen. Sorry, it's not Coleman. Komen for that. Any of those things. Just looking through it. Like I said, this is just your homepage. There's a lot of different stuff that we've got on here. We're gonna have, once everything gets dropped and all the teams decide on their jerseys, there'll be replica jerseys. There will be replica helmets. Is the plan. Mini helmets. The mini helmets are coming in right now. We don't have those in stock. We have certain brands that we've partnered with. So we've got Columbia. We have the fishing stuff with Columbia, the PFG. We also have OGO, which is what's going to be our coach's sideline apparel this year. So different collections. And there you go. Yep. I knew you were going there, Jim. Jim has his own collection with the inside the walls. He'll start adding more merchandise there as he goes. So, but basically this gives everybody a chance to do whatever they would like and see all the other merchandise that all the teams have. I mean, the NL Classics link right there, if you go to that, we're slowly going to build that one out to where that's going to have classic items that you would see from other NAL teams that may have been here in the past. So there are some old Dusters jerseys on there. Yes, there are. And those are actually their replica jerseys. And by replica, I mean, they're the jerseys they never wore last year. So those are on there. As far as that, we've got that stuff out there. All the teams' footballs, if there's any left over, we're going to have them on here because I know that's been a question we've had actually emailed into the league. Like, hey, can I get this football? Can I get that football? These are last year's footballs. Some are the ones from 2 years ago from defunct teams. So we're going to get those out for people so that you can all do it in a one-stop shop so that it's not a big secret to find anything you want that's based around the NAL. So this is going to be a great opportunity for all fans. I mean, you may be a fan of one team and be able to find other stuff that you've got there. And it has all of our, obviously, member teams on there so that you don't have to worry about missing out from anybody at all. They're all listed on that there so that you're able to see it. So waiver wire is the sale page. If anybody wants to know, we just thought that was kind of cool. So
I was just like, waiver wire. Like, what?
Yeah.
But
it's players. We're gonna start selling players. That's what we're gonna do.
Is that legal though? Just saying.
I don't think so. I don't think so.
Well, also with the news of the launch at nalshop.com, we also have a promotion code to send you guys. What is that promotion code, Commissioner?
Let me make sure it is active before I tell them.
Okay.
But it's I'm just double checking. Let me click on the links to make sure, because I don't want to lie to you guys. Because the first thing will happen is they'll be like, "Hey, it's not there." All right, it is there. It is so it's just ITW for Inside the Walls 10,
Mhm.
and it's a 10% off coupon, and it's good basically on anything people want to buy. Doesn't matter. It's not limited to one time per person, but it's only good through this Sunday, which will be the 7th at midnight. So, just to kind of wanting everybody to have an opportunity to get on, take a look and see what they like, what they don't like, get some of their fans merchandise, some of the new stuff that's just been released. So that is live. It's active. You shouldn't have any issues with using it. So it's just, IW, excuse me, ITW 10, if I could speak, just simple.
It
So I don't know
happens.
if I don't know if you want to put that in your chat somewhere, if that's able to be done so that people can see it. I know you got a million different places it goes out to, but that's good to go. No reason for anybody to not be able to use that if they'd like.
IDW 10.
Yes.
Cool. And it's out in the ether.
I'm going to look at the question that was just asked because it's all active teams. So let me see. That's your Rougarou. So the fifth Ocon is the Rougarou. So, but let's see. Brian, I'm reading comments now, Jim. I'm turning into you here. This is getting horrible, right? I know they're there, so I'm just reading them and answering as much as I can to save the whole randomness. So, Brian,
The
there
rabbit
should be
hole.
fan jerseys. Yeah, there should be fan jerseys coming out once everything is finalized. We have to get the teams to obviously get their finalized jersey designs so that we can mimic those for those fan jerseys as well.
Is there any, and this is just a general question because I know a lot of people have asked about it. Is there any, if it's on there, I didn't see it, but is there any plan to have NAL merchandise, just the league merchandise?
There is some on there. Just if you go to when you first go on, if anybody's looking, you can go to shop teams, shop by team. It's right there, just National Arena League, and you shop there. It's got everything. So we have the Columbia shirts, obviously with the league, and we got some t-shirts and sweatshirts that are just league
What the heck?
shirts.
Oh, nice.
Oh, we got
And there will be
that one.
more. There's going to be more added, as time goes on. This is something that was finally, it's been the brainchild for months, and finally got everything set up and good to go, and trying to get it to make sure everything was good to go. And we feel like now's a good time, obviously starting with everything rolling out as it is, and then to be continually putting things out. We'll put blast out. There are going to be things as far as that goes.
Yeah, that's one thing that honestly, how many people have asked us, Jim, about NAL
Yeah.
merch?
Yeah, ton.
Well,
A
not
ton.
the only, not our own. Like, well, we know one individual, but he was big on it. But we've got a couple people that just want NAL stuff, just regular NAL stuff. So I guarantee that will sell too. So, but remember, you can use that promotion code ITW10. There we go.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So we did the schedule, we did the personal growing, we did the Vegas meeting, we did the 15 minutes talking points. Yeah, anything else you want to talk about, Commissioner?
No, I mean, like I said, I'm excited for what's going to happen this year. I mean, there's a lot of stuff that's going on, and a lot of growth. So I think there's going to be a lot of things that we're still going to release. I mean, the only thing I will say that we didn't talk about, Jim, because we did bring up the schedule. I know one question that may not be in the comments here that we get they're just a banner, Brian. So if you go to right where it says shop by team right there at the top, and that's a drop down menu, it'll let you click on whichever team you'd like. That's just a stationary banner. So one question everybody's always got is, they're always worried about watching games, right? They always want to know where your game's going to be. So we're not going to charge for games. I don't think anybody actually really was worried about that, but I'm going to put it out there in the atmosphere and let everybody hear it. We are working on making sure that we get a good product and presentation for all of our fans. So there will not be any charge to watch any NAL games. We're going to have it set up so that you guys get the best viewing quality. We're trying to work on making it so that everything's perfect. And we're going to have some announcements about exactly what we're doing and how that's going on, over the next couple weeks. I would say it's going to take some time to verify and make sure everything's lined up correctly, so that we don't have to worry about some of the glitches we've had with some of the other things. I know last year, obviously with the channel being taken down, there were a lot of questions on that. That was just a simple YouTube thing. I mean, we don't want to act like it was anything we did wrong. It was not anything as far as other than honestly, if you guys really want to know, you can watch this back and see later. There's a button you click when you do YouTube. Jim, you know this. Jeff, you know this. It says,
Mhm.
are there paid promotions? It is one button in the random buttons that you have to click. We missed clicking the button. When it was set up, whoever set it up missed clicking the button. And once they advertise anything outside of YouTube, once you've not said that there's no paid promotions, it gets flagged, and that is why the channel was shut down. That is the truthful statement. We've contacted YouTube. We've done everything we could, but that's kind of their deal. And then the end of last year, we had to go to obviously unlisted, which a lot of fans didn't like because it wasn't easily searchable. So we're trying to simplify that process to make sure we can get it out there with none of the problems we had, and so that every fan can see it. We don't want it to be hard for people to find the games because right now, I mean, it's not many leagues out there that have free games on YouTube. And that's the thing. It's a matter of being free and allowing your fans to watch the games for free. That's the biggest thing. I mean, you can't get back to the original. You can't get visibility and viability if you're not able to be seen. So that is one thing I did. We had talked about off air, Jim, and I've just thought about it. I'd make sure we bring that up.
Well, that was like Jeff can agree with me with this. That how the industry was last year. There's other leagues that use bigger, like they have their own like paywall, and there was a big resistance against that. Just the regular fans, they're like, what's going on? And it's like it almost costs the same much to get as that package to even go to the game itself. And then you had other leagues that are on, behind, cable paywalls. Like you had to get
Yes.
the extended package of sports to even get to the episode, the games. But that's one thing about YouTube, and we remember the fiasco that was the YouTube from last year. But yeah, that's people understand. Like for me and Jeff, we get some of our shows get flagged from this weirdest things. I'm like, so my show's banned in Haiti. I didn't know they was listing on the show. I'm like, then you go listen, it says it flagged the song, and you go look at the segment. It's not even a song playing. It's like just me, Matt, and Jeff talking last, and they flagged it. Like, really, YouTube? You're being that stingy? Like, okay, whatever. Okay. But hey,
They're protective. I mean, they're protective and they have their copyright things. And I'm not
yeah,
going to say that it is or isn't a way to do it. Everyone has their business styles and their structures of how they run things, and that's their policies. And you have to be within their policies or you're not able to do it. Does that make sense? And I hate to
yeah.
say it that way.
I absolutely agree. But that's honestly, if you look at it, that's kind of where the industry is going, technically. Because we go back, what, 30, what, not, I'm not going to say 30 years, that's before the industry. About 10 years ago, we were lucky to even have one game on TV. And you're like, that one game was just that marquee game. And there were other leagues that didn't have that type of coverage. And YouTube brought that, opened that up to all the leagues back then, that were not the big one at that time. But let's just say fans, what we're cooking behind the scenes are gonna like. Just saying. That's what I'm gonna say.
It's gonna be fun. I mean, I think there's a lot of stuff it's just gonna surprise people. I mean, there's been an optical look or expectation, and I'll just say that there are the people who talk negative. I mean, they're always going to have those, and then they always talk louder than the people who talk positive most of the time. So there's some things that are going to come out that are going to be great for the league, great for the building of the league, and just the whole overall aspects of what we're doing. And I think once people start seeing the direction that the league is going, it's going to grow. I mean, there are hurdles, there are things that happen, and they've happened, and you learn from them. If you don't learn from them, you never grow, you never get better, and you just work with the group of people and the individuals you have around you to make sure that they don't happen again. I guess that's the nicest way to say that, right? I mean, you don't want them to continuously be a problem that you have to deal with, and if you don't fix them, okay, then I understand that there could be issues and people kind of get upset with that, but you got to do it the right way.
We did have a question earlier from Brian about, is there anything in the works for future, like breaking down like videos describing the rules of our games and the breakdown? Brian, you're 10,000 miles ahead, but we're working on something like that, especially on this show. We're gonna bring coaches on and they actually break down certain plays, what this play means, we already got that ready, man. Stop getting ahead of the game.
I mean,
It's
there's
a long
always going to
off
be things
season.
where there's always going to be things where people want to have a better understanding of the game. I'm just going to be honest, and it's such a great game to learn, but there's intricacies that people will never understand. There's so many things that are the same as outdoor ball, but are different from outdoor ball. And it's fun when you're at a game because they don't truly understand sometimes, and it's not their fault. They just don't understand those rules or what happens. And it's great to have to talk to them. I mean, I know I've been at a game and somebody's like, that's wrong. Well, actually this, and explain it to them with the rule, and they're like, oh, that's great. I understand it now. So I don't disagree that there's a way we could let some of that be out there. However, to put a full rule book out, I mean, kind of, you don't lay the whole thing out in front of everybody.
And you don't want to know what subsection of a certain rule is. It just, you go read a rule book of something. Go read the rule book of the NFL. You go 2 pages in, you're already tired of it. You're just like, I just want to watch it on TV.
Yeah.
But speaking of the outdoor game, I know we've all watched the outdoor game, college or pro. Have we yelled at the TV for illegal defense, even though it's not even, it's in our level of sport, but not in the outdoor game? I raise my hand and I say, it's like, well, that's illegal. Dang it, Jim. It's the outdoor game. They can do it. That's how addicted you get to the indoor game when you start, putting the rules to the outdoor game. It doesn't work. I guarantee we have many fans.
No. I'll say I haven't done that. There are some that I've watched where it's just pass interferences or things like that. And I'm like, oh, this is just, I will say that just because the rules are different. I mean, it's a completely different game, and face guarding and stuff like that. So there's some of that stuff I've looked at, and it's hard to watch the difference. Hey, and then we've got a whole nother rule set that starts not whole, but conceptually and terminology of some things happen. We got a whole nother rule set that starts tomorrow night. So this is going to be the confusing world.
So one of the pet peeves that I'm starting to see everybody do now is signaling for a first down when they're nowhere near a first down. They get tackled like 2 yards up. They go first down. I'm like, why are you signaling first down? You got tackled 2 yards before the line. You're like, what the heck?
Well, they're not able to do the thing. Well, so they're not able to do the thing they used to do, which was the thing under the nose, like the wipe the nose thing. So that's like a penalty now. So now they have to just signal first down.
It's just that. Yeah. Anyways, the outdoor game is back. College is back. Good vibes. Off season. Remember, fans, to keep update with the National Arena League, that's thenationalarenaleague.com. Of course, nalshop.com. For updated information, social media at NAL Football on Facebook, on Twitter, Instagram. Do we have a TikTok?
We do not have a TikTok yet. Not yet.
Interesting. But anyways,
it's been requested, so
yeah, that's a different beast too, compared to the other platforms. Also, Facebook National Arena League for all up-to-date information of the league itself. Remember, to the fans who want to be part and get the, you can say email, the newsletter. Remember, media registry. You go on the website, click on it, all the way in the far right of the webpage. Click on it and put your information in to get up-to-date information directly to you. So when it gets posted, you get it instantly. So you don't say, hey, I heard this rumor, I heard that rumor. You just get it straight in the email. Go to the media registry and get everything situated that way. We're being more transparent as a league, and that's because of Mr. Commissioner Brandon Ikard. A lot of things in the future are coming ahead. So, and Jeff's been quiet. He's just here to tag along. Welcome back, Jeff.
Yeah, I mean, I got some studying and catching up to do.
You have a 2-page essay that's due by next week. And next week, ladies and gentlemen, speaking of next week, because we got new formats, we're going to head west to Amarillo and welcome the Amarillo Warbirds to the NAL as we have a Warbird exclusive episode next week's. That'll be next Tuesday at 8 o'clock for the next episode of Inside the Walls podcast on all NAL platforms. So make sure to tune in. Any final words there, Commish?
No, just like I've told everybody all along, keep waiting, keep watching, and continue to share the content, because the more people that see it, the more people enjoy the same product that you guys that are watching this right now do.
Mm-hmm. Jeff, even though you're a man of a few words today, any final words?
Nope, just excited to be back. A lot of exciting news. Congratulations to you, Jim. That's awesome. Can't wait to see what comes out of that. But yeah, just, excited for the new season and all the announcements coming out. This is the fun time. I mean, people are like, oh, off season, but that's when all the good announcements come out and get you really excited for the rest of the season.
And also get your merch in NAL Shop.
Absolutely. That is awesome.
So get your merch, go rep your team. Do that now that's live. So with that, ladies and gentlemen, this has been Season 6, Episode 2 of Inside the Walls podcast. We'll be back next week, heading west to Amarillo. That's Commissioner Brent Ikard. That's Jeff, and I am Jim. We'll see you guys next week.